Hey there guys, today we are going to take a look at Alure. She was one of my first epics that I got, and she has served me well. She's actually, well, in my opinion, she's actually so useful I built two of them. So here you can kind of just see what I've got going on with them and their stats. And I'll explain why I built two in a little bit here. So my first one is more for damage, or when I built her, she was more for damage. Actually, I think my second one might be a little bit better now. Definitely could use some more. Could use some more of everything, but crit rate and crit damage. See, my second one has more of each, but the reason why I haven't ascended the second one fully is because there's no way to tell the difference between which one when you're selecting your champs right before battle. So it kind of sucks that I'm missing out on the stats, but if you're going to have two of the same champs, then there's right now there's no way to tell which is which. I mean, even if you long tap or long hold on them to to show this screen, well, actually it doesn't show this screen. To show the preview screen, it doesn't show you the stats of them. So let's see if I can just show this real quick. There's no way to tell. So right here, so if alright, see, there's that one. Alright, here's the other one. So if I long press and hold here, it shows this screen, but it shows the base stats. There's no way to tell. Well, maybe skills. Maybe there is a way to tell. Who do I have upgraded? Bad L. Here we go. Okay, alright, so I guess there is a way to tell. I guess I just taught myself something by looking at the skills, but that's kind of a pain in the ass to have to do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but there you can see a difference. I've got one of his skills upgraded once there. Alright, anyways, back on track here. Allure. Wish I can get out of here now. Let's go back and look at her skills really quickly. Skills. Basic one, decreases target's turn meter. That's actually very useful, and that was the main reason why I built a second Allure, is for the Fire Knight. Multi-hit A1 and decreases the turn meter. It's also really useful in the blue dungeon, I believe, the one that heals himself. Which those dungeons are easy. That's not really a big deal. But I was having a problem, getting up to Fire Knight 15, till I kind of figured out the strategy that I was going to use. And so, yeah, Psychic Whip, that decrease in turn meter, huge help. Alright, second skill here, all enemies 2 times, sleep. When I first got Allure, she was in my arena team, and her A2 does a lot of damage. It can really be devastating if you have a lot of critical damage and crit rate. Or alternatively, which is kind of the way I originally built my second one, is to go for accuracy, so that you can land that sleep more often. If you, I suspect that once the tower comes out, if it is the way I imagine it's going to be, stunning, freezing, sleeping, that'll all be really useful once you get to the higher levels of the tower. But anyways, for the arena, the sleep was always helpful, and even with a little bit of accuracy, well, actually she's got more now, I usually always landed at least one, you know, maybe 50% of the time I would hit or land 2 sleeps on 2 of the enemies. So that's also another strategy that you can use her for, and it works really well. Decreased defense, of course, is always useful. All right, anyways, third skill has a 30% chance extra of inflicting a critical hit, which is, you know, awesome, and ignores 50% of the target's defense. So this is a really, really awesome skill. Right now, anyways, it's right up there with, we'll say, Septimus. Where the hell is he? Oh, right there. With his skill that against enemy max HP on bosses, on CB and everything, does, I don't know, around 150, 180k. Anyways, it does a lot of damage. Works really well in Spider too. I actually use both of these champions, or both of my lures, in Spider, or I did. I don't know. My Spider team's kind of under construction right now, but anyways. So masteries, yeah, I need to work on both of these. Well, need to finish her up and get her second, or the second one up there. Anyways, let's go into battle. I think the main reason that everybody would use her would either be for Spider or for Fighter Knight. So I will show you. I'll show you Fighter Knight. I think the strategy is basically the same. Yeah, I am using both right now. On Spider doesn't really matter because decreasing defense, or decreasing the turn meter, will always land. We'll just let it run on auto for now. Fire Knight, his shield has to be dropped for you to be able to decrease his turn meter and also to land any debuffs. So maybe we can speed this up here a little bit. And of course, you always have a higher success rate of beating anything when you do it on manual. AI on these games, I don't think is ever going to be perfect. I always try to make sure my skills are ready for when we get to the boss. Since we all start out, or since the boss starts out with half a turn meter full, I usually just kind of waste this first turn, you know, when I do it on manual. Make sure that my Royal Guard skills are hopefully up to par, and get my heals on, and get everything ready here. Now, since the boss's turn is hopefully going to be next, even with this, I'm going to put my attack buff on. Alright, here we go. There's a counter attack. That's always useful. So here we go with the A1, 3 hits. This one is 1 hit, 3 hits. It'd be nice if this skill was on Royal Guard. You can see it hits 4 times, decreases turn meter, and then also can decrease speed. But obviously that's not ready right now, so we will just hit him once there. Okay, shield is dropped, so now we use the A1. You can see that it just dropped about 50%. So now we want to deal our damage. That's going back up there now. So instead of using these skills, I want to keep his turn meter down as long as possible. So the only time I will really use their other skills is when he's almost dead, and I need to just hurry up and kill him. Obviously, that doesn't happen when running it on auto, but again, when I'm not, I just want to keep his turn meter all the way down. And now we can also land our debuffs, so we will do that. Like I said before, this also works on Spider, although not as well. If you have enough accuracy, you can pretty much keep his turn meter down throughout the whole battle until you kill him, when running it on manual, of course. Spider doesn't seem to work, although I haven't really tried to put enough accuracy on my allures to make sure that they land every hit. My main goal was to work on Fire Knight. Let's see, now he's barely got any turn meters, so now we'll start dishing out some damage. But yeah, anyways, this is what I think of Alure, and this is the reason why I built 2 of them, and I highly recommend everybody that wants to farm for those crit damage runes or savage runes, or not runes, artifacts. Used to Summer's War. If you get lucky enough to pull an Alure, definitely build her. And once more content comes out, she'll be more useful in more areas of the game. Tower for sure. Faction wars, pretty positive she'll be useful there. Yeah, you can see that I've kept his turn meter down throughout this whole battle here, so this strategy will definitely work for Fire Knight, even when the new levels come out in a couple weeks. So, garbage. So yeah, there you go. You can see how awesome Alure is. Can make Fire Knight really easy. So yeah, all right. See you guys later.